Hi, I'm Paul Pasulka, Ivy Masters Learning Center and ivymasters.com, and today we are going to look at Test 4, Section 4, number 15, which reads, which of the following scatter plots shows the relationship that is approximately modeled by the equation y equals ax to the b, where a is positive and b is negative. So, one thing is, you might notice that this is exponential. If you do notice that, notice answer choice A looks like it's linear. Looks like it's just a line with a negative slope. Answer choice D looks like there's no correlation at all. And then you narrow it down to B and C, which both look exponential. Exponential functions tend to curve. And we need a B to be negative. So where do you see a negative correlation? It looks like it's answer choice B, not C. C looks like it has a positive correlation. Positive correlations as x increases, y increases. Negative correlations as x increases, y decreases. If you are not convinced, or if you don't know that, or if you don't see that, could you pick numbers for this? Yeah, you can. So if we made a column, let's say A, X, B, and Y. One thing about exponential functions is that you have something called asymptote. So it approaches 0, but it never quite gets there. So you might pick a really small value. And based on my graphs up here, let's say A, you pick 1. I'm sorry. Let's say A, it just says A is positive. We're just going to pick 1 for A. For X, we're actually going to pick 1/20th. So that's really close to 0, but not quite 0. And then for B, let's pick -1. It says B is negative. So if we set that up in a function to solve for y, we'd have to solve for y. We'd have y equals A, which is 1, which we could just forget. 1's not going to change the value at all. Let me make my erase a little bit there. Okay, so y equals A, which is just 1, times 1/20th to the -1. And if you know negative exponents, then a negative exponent is going to flip it. It's going to make y equal 20. So what we're going to get is, if x is really close to your 0, then your y is going to be about 20. So if I plot that on answer choice A, it's going to be about there. B, it's going to be about there. C, it's going to be about there. D, it's going to be about there. And based on that, it looks like we would eliminate C for sure, and then D's, like we said, all over the place. If we made our A, let's keep it simple, keep it 1, and now let's make our X 20, because it goes to, it actually goes up to 30. And then we'll make our B -1, and now let's solve for Y. So in this case, Y equals, now your A is still 1, so that's not going to change the value on anything, but it's going to be 20 now to the -1. And what's that -1 value do? It flips it. So it's going to give you 20 to the -1 is the same as 1 over 20. And so now when your x is 20, your y should be really close to the axis. And answer choice A, hopefully you eliminated that because you see it's linear. But answer choice B, it looks like we would be about there. Answer choice C, we already eliminated a couple times. And answer choice D, like we said, has no correlation. So that is not the correct answer. Thank you for joining us today. If you like this video, click like. You could share it with someone who has trouble with exponential functions. If there's any question you'd like to see answered from any official PSAT or SAT or ACT, you can leave that in the comments as well. And click subscribe so you don't miss anything. Have a great day.